Welcome to the Wednesday Wind Down. I have water, and if you guys notice, I am in my bed because that's where I've been working from today. My energy has just been not even there, which is a pain in the ass, but here we are. I really wanted to make sure I got this topic in, which is about gratitude. We're in the month of November. Let me know if you can hear me okay. You put this one in. This makes more sense. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Make sure you share this post. And I'm going to be talking about 5 ways that gratitude can alleviate stress. And I know that some of those ways have helped me out this week. So give me a shout out, give me a hey boo hey, let me know where you're tuning in from. If this is your first time, I'm Natasha McCrea. I am your life coach. And it's so funny because Mr. McCrea is in the room, and I think this is probably the first time I've done a live with him in the room in a very long time. So I'm all like self-conscious. It's hilarious. It's so funny. All right. Where are you tuning in from? I want to see it. You got to let me know you can hear me. Give me a shout out in the chat. And let me dive right in. I'm going to keep this simple. Hopefully my battery doesn't go out on my computer. I have 42%. I think that'll carry us over in the next 10 minutes. There's so much going on around the holidays, and this is kind of an area or a time of year when people get stressed out. And it's simply because you're doing all the things that you normally would be doing, but then you're doing other things on top of it. And not to mention where we are in this pandemic. A lot of people have gone back to life being regular for them, and some have not, like me. I think I'm kind of middle of the road. But I want to bring gratitude to your attention because it's something that we talk about lightly, and it's something that we hear often. It's kind of like self-care. Self-care, we talk about self-care, but then do we get really deep about it? Everybody's like, you need to do self-care. That's why I did a workshop about it. So now I'm talking about gratitude with you. And I took notes because I wanted to really be able to bring the scientific side of things to you. It's so funny. I look so crazy. I'm hot, honey. My husband trying to close the window. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm hot. What are you doing? And I know that we hear noises from outside, but we're just going to take the fact that I can get some cool air in this place for a hot second. One of the very first things that I think about when I think about gratitude is being able to get into the present moment. There's something about stopping and looking at the things that are absolutely going for you in that moment. The things that make life feel better, the things that you can pinpoint and that'll do. I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought now. It's hilarious how I get like that when Mr. McCrea is in the room. But when you think about gratitude, it's really a way that you can lean into the things that are going well for your life. Because if you are in a heightened stressed type of situation, you're usually thinking about this something that happened before or something that's going to be happening in the future. And when you take a moment and simply tune into being grateful for these things, or creating a gratitude practice, not just gratitude frivolously, but creating a gratitude practice where you're identifying in this moment what are the things that you are grateful for. What that does is it brings you right back into the present. So that is one way that it can truly alleviate stress. And I didn't even know that there were people out there who did gratitude research. And there are people who do gratitude research. And with those individuals who do gratitude research, they have found that people sleep better. And I honestly think that people are probably sleeping better because it's taking the attention off of the stuff that is stressing you out and putting it on things that can raise your vibration. Like when I'm when I do the self-care workshop, one of the main things I've had people say, oh my God, I never thought about this concept, is reaching for the highest vibrating interpretation. And when you're creating a gratitude practice and when you're identifying those things that you are grateful for, you are reaching for that higher vibrating emotion so that you aren't constantly in that lower vibrating space. And one of the things that I had to do this weekend was I was in this funk. And so before I went to bed on Sunday, because I was like, I cannot take this with me until Monday. Before I went to bed on Sunday, is I did write things that I was grateful for, even things within the situation that I may not be happy about in that moment. So if you're going through something, and it's not to make light of any major trauma that's happening or what you're feeling, we always want to honor what you're feeling, but there is still always a way for you to feel grateful in that moment. And when you can feel grateful in that moment, what that does is it really can activate something in your central nervous system that will be able to release some of that stress that you're holding on to, whether you're holding on to being anxious about something, or you're holding on being annoyed about something, or something that has happened to you, or you're nervous about something that can be happening. It's going to give you that opportunity to alleviate stress. What was I took notes and I don't even know where I put them. So that's very interesting. That's very interesting. I guess I closed my notebook and I lost my page. I'll make sure that I'm covering all of them with you all. Um, oh, yes. So another thing with the give me a shout out. I see people coming on here. Let me know where you're tuning in from, because I can't see that you're on because I'm using a Restream platform. So let me know where you're tuning in from. The other thing is that gratitude, it can increase appreciation. And it increases, I mean, it seems so obvious, right? You're going to be in a moment and practice gratitude, or create these scenarios where you can focus on something that you feel really good about. And what that does is it can increase your appreciation in a situation. And when you increase your appreciation in a situation, you can also increase your happiness in that situation as well. So I would love to hear from you some things that you might be grateful for in this moment, or a situation that you might be in that may not be, really good for you, or may not be feeling good for you. And I would love for you to type it in the comments, because there's something. And if you don't feel like typing it in the comments, write it in your journal, because if there's something that you want to change, or something that you want to start initiating into. Oh, that's so funny. My notification is just now going out 10 minutes after. I just got a notification on my watch. Um, if there's something that you want to change, or some new system that you want to implement into your world, you should activate that in the moment that you are just learning about it. So yes, I'm talking about gratitude practice. You may have already heard that Oprah has that, like the godmother of gratitude practice, but are you doing it? And if you're not doing it, and you're like, hey, this sounds very interesting, what Natasha is telling me, and I do feel I need to alleviate some stress. Alleviating stress and your happiness is your responsibility, bottom line. And here you are with a new tool at your fingertips, or an old tool that you can reactivate at your fingertips. So I'm going to encourage you to take a moment and identify things that you are really grateful for in this moment. Even in the situation, you can take a situation that you're in right now that you're like, hey, this sucks, and identify something that you can be grateful for in that moment. There have been plenty of times that I've been grateful for the lesson to know how to respond to certain things in a different way. Or I'm grateful for this person who may very well be annoying me, but they're also causing me to see areas that I might have some baggage that I need to uncover. So it's really putting yourself into a new perspective, giving yourself some freedom to breathe. And when you create a gratitude practice, it gives you the freedom to breathe. Breathe. It's going to eliminate that stress. It's going to, according to gratitude research, improve your quality of sleep, or can improve your quality of sleep. That's a bit of I'm going to venture out to say I'm not fully sure about that one, but y'all gonna have to let me know on that. Um, and it's also been known to really improve your overall psychological health. Now, that is something that I truly believe is fact. The research backs it up, the research shows it. And if you have not, or if you are not in this moment practicing gratitude, and it can look different in so many different ways, is I'm going to encourage you to find what works for you. I have a client who's like, I ain't journaling. Don't send me another journal ever. But one of the things that she will do is she will pray, and her prayers can turn into mantras, and those mantras can become a gratitude practice. So there's several ways that you can do that. You can write down, decide, hey, every morning I'm going to write something I'm grateful for. Every night I'm going to write something I'm grateful for. Or you can just choose that in the midst of your day, you can find things that you're grateful for. I like in the midst of doing this. Like, I'm grateful for this lunch that's in front of me because it's going to nourish my soul. Or I'm grateful for that person who put their blinker on and didn't cut me off. If you can be in that present moment and find a gratitude practice that works for you, this will alleviate the stress for you. I want to hear from you and see how this worked. So if you want to come back to this post, drop some comments in the post, share this post with your friends, or go down in my DM. If you don't want to make it public, I would love to know how having a gratitude practice has helped you. And then also, what are some things that you are grateful for in this moment? I can tell you that I'm grateful for each and every one of you who are hearing my voice in this moment. I'm very grateful for that. I'm grateful for my clients who are killing it in this game. I'm seeing them all over social media and they're doing amazing things. I'm grateful for the individuals that I've been interviewing to be part of Love CEO Institute. Actually, Natasha McCrea Enterprises, they're going to be a part of the whole empire. I'm really grateful for someone I talked to today who is considering coming on board to do social media for us. I am grateful for being here. I'm grateful for being able to do this live from my bed. What? Come through. I'm my own boss. Like, really think about that. I could have been like, oh, I have to go into my office. No, I went and got my light posted up in the bed. I'm very grateful for that. That is like invigorating. So I want to let each and every one of you know, and make sure you put this on your calendar. You are the first to hear this. I mentioned it last week, but I want to make sure that you know before I blast my list. These tickets for January 8th will be going on sale soon. January 8th is our vision board event. Look, I got a graphic for y'all and everything. The vision board mastery event, the Love Edition, is happening January 8th. So I want to make sure that you get your tickets for that. But you can't get your ticket unless you get on the wait list. So get on the wait list, go to bit.ly vision board love 2022. Get on the wait list for that. I'm going to be giving away 2 free tickets. Yes, you did hear me right. You did hear me right. I'm giving away 2 free tickets to that event, but get on the wait list because I'm going to be releasing the VIP tickets first. That's going to be a very limited amount of tickets. Those are going to be available soon and they'll be available first. And then I will open general admission. But even though it's still online, I'm going to keep it very, very close knit, very tight, close to the hip, all those terms. So that I can interact. I like to interact. I like to be able to coach. So I'm not going to be just blasting it everywhere and have, thousands of people on, which would be great. They can get the replay, but I'm going to leave it. I'm going to have a limited number of people who can be on this live with me. So I hope that will be you. And I know that creating a vision is one of the number one ways to design the life that you want. And it is a tool that we use in the Love CEO Academy. And I want to make sure that I bring you on board to start using that tool to work for you. I love y'all. Make sure you have an amazing evening. And make sure you tell all your people about the vision board event, to get on the wait list, and to be entered in the drawing to win 2 free tickets. All right, go out and make it an amazing rest of your week. Bye.